I think one of the features of Literature to Go and the compact Bedford Introduction to Literature that's most useful for instructors is the kind of wealth of discussion questions that follow each of the selections. I mean, there's a ready-made, way to get students to think about this work as they're reading or after they've read in class. And I found that they were very good in terms of focusing students and in terms of kind of initially engaging us. If we break into smaller groups, you can assign each of them one of these questions. And of course, they're not the only questions to ask about the literature, but they're there and they're useful. And, students can look at them ahead of time and get a sense of where the discussion might go. So for my money, those were some of the features of these works that I think were particularly useful in making the pivot from traditional teaching to what we've had to work with over the last year. I think one of the things that's most supportive of student learning within these two anthologies is perhaps the range of literature that they introduce. I think that the very selections are meant to engage students on whatever they're thinking about, really, which goes well beyond their current situation, but might all connect to their current situation. So I think the breadth of selections is one of the strengths of the books that can help us to think about what's on their minds these days and all days, these kind of large ideas about the meaning of their existence that are embedded within stories and poems and plays. That's all there. If the literature were kind of homogenous, if the literature, were all the same somehow, I don't think it would be as rich an experience for them. But just the kind of breadth and amount of literature that's included in there, hopefully will want to make them lifelong learners who continue to read literature. I sometimes joke that the course that these books are designed for is introduction to literature, but for many students, it's their conclusion to literature. It's the last time they get the chance to talk about literature, to analyze it, to engage with it this deeply. So I think there's a lot at stake. I think that we really need to think about exciting them about literature, and I think that the selections represented in these books do that.